Yo, slow budget. Once again. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today's date is June 19th, 2023, and it is a Monday. Man, this weekend went by quick, and it was a hot weekend here in Arizona. We hit over 100 Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, it was a hot one. Happy Father's Day weekend to everybody. Had a good Father's Day weekend. See, what did we do this weekend? My daughter swam on Saturday. We went all the way up to Globe. She had a good meet. She dropped time in, I think, like 5 out of the 6 events, so that's good. And then that's all we asked for. I don't care about first, second, or whatever place she comes in. The whole point is just drop time every single week, and that's the goal. And so she had a good swim meet. After that, I was with my son, Jaden, his wife, Emily, and they took us out to eat afterwards. Went to Casa Reynoso out there in Globe. Casa Reynoso is it's part of the same chain, I should say, family as La Casita here in Mammoth and La Casita here in San Manuel. So the food was good. I'll give a quick review of them. Food was real good. I noticed this one has huevos rancheros. That's one of my favorite foods, but I didn't feel like it because it was lunchtime. So I got me, I think it was the chile relleno enchilada and burrito, which was real good. The chile relleno was good, not as good as Pete's here in San Manuel, which that's going to be hard to duplicate because he has the best chile relleno I've ever had. But it was still a good meal. So give a shout out to them, Casa, the family Reynoso. They have restaurants. I think, I don't know, it's over 20 restaurants from what I hear all over. It's the same family recipes. So give a quick shout out to them. Let's see. After that, just came home and I worked all week, Saturday and Sunday. The rest of Saturday and Sunday, I just worked. Pretty much have a lot to do. Like I said, I'm trying to close this shop. I got to do my sports card. So just get a lot done. So like I said, it was happy Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you real dads out there doing the damn thing. It's not easy. And some women won't allow it to just be a men's day. So also happy I saw red flags in him, but I still got pregnant with him anyway day to your mothers that feel that you have to get recognition on Father's Day just because you chose, a loser to have kids with, and now you want. Look at me, I'm the mother and the father. Sorry about that, but it was Father's Day. So let's see what else is going on. Wanted to bring this up real quick. I know this is gonna make me sound like an ass, make me feel selfish, make me feel, I don't know, I felt bad. So Saturday night, my son ordered me a gift. I guess he went all the way to Tucson to pick it up and brought it to the shop Saturday night. I guess he could tell by my face. It's not that I didn't like it. It's not that, I appreciate the effort. Now, here's the thing. I understand. My son is young. He's making good money. So he wants to spend money on me. And I appreciate that. Trust me. I appreciate the fact. But at the same time, I'll let everyone know what he got. He got me a nice grill. It was an expensive grill. Now, here's the thing with that. I'm not a grilling dad. There's other dads out there like, oh my gosh, a new grill because they grill every weekend. Like I told my son, I go, son, I'm going to use this maybe once, twice a year, if that. Might not even use it in a whole year. What do we do now? My Jasmine's boyfriend, my son-in-law John, is the one that does the grilling. Anytime we have a barbecue, he has a new grill. We go over there and he barbecues. So it's like I'm not the grilling dad anymore. So like I told my son, like I said, it makes me feel like a dick, but he could tell like through my face is like, well, thank you for the. Like I said, I appreciate the gift. It's just something. I'm practical. I'm easy to buy for. Like for instance, he bought my son Rocky for Christmas this little hot dog maker. It works like a toaster. You put 2 hot dogs in it, it sizzles, the hot dogs pop up and makes the smoke. Something like that I'd use 2-3 times a week here at the shop. That's only a $20 gift. And that would make me excited. I don't need a $400 gift. Like I put in perspective, that's like me buying my dad a PS5. He doesn't even know what the hell a video game is. I'd go spend $500-600 for it to sit there. So it's not that I didn't appreciate it. I love my son. I know he wanted to spend money on me, and he got me a great gift, but it's just a gift I'm not going to use. So he's going to take it back, and I don't know, he's gonna get me something else that I can use. But you know what I mean? Like I said, I appreciate the sentiment, I appreciate the thought behind it, but I know it made me like, he saw my face and just wanted to bring that out. I want to apologize to my son. I love you, son. Thank you. But I say it doesn't take a lot of money to make me happy. $20 gift would make me happy. $15 shirt would make me happy. Pirate shirt, Steelers shirt, something like that. Oh, I also want to bring this up. There's an incident that happened at the swim meet Saturday. I asked the coach a question. Now, here's a weird thing. I know the coach don't like me. It's kind of obvious. My family's been on the swim team probably 8 to 10 years. And me and him probably haven't said one word in 3 years, 4 years. You know, and I could forget the fact that my daughter Jasmine was a sea lion for 5, 6 years. She swam for him for high school for 4 years. And, you know, I could forget the fact that not once did he even reach out after my daughter passed away with, you know, here's my condolences. I mean, he was her coach for 10 years probably. So like I said, I can even forget all that, but he snapped at me, and all I did was ask a simple question. I have over 25 years experience coaching. I've coached anywhere from soccer, t-ball, coach pitch, minor leagues baseball, majors baseball, junior high baseball, community schools wrestling, junior high wrestling, softball, flag football, junior high football, high school football. So I've dealt with parents of every level you could think of. He's only dealt with swim parents. Me, like I said, I've dealt with, why isn't my kid getting the playing time? Why is my kid playing first base? How come you know what I mean? I've dealt with all this over 25 years I've been coaching. Not once have I ever had to snap at a parent over a simple question. It's to the point that if I ever had to do that, it's time to retire. Why would I want that stress in my life? You know what I mean? If something is bringing that much, my health is worth more than anything. I want to be there for my grandkids. So if anything is stressing me out that bad, where a simple question, I'm going to snap at you. And it was a simple question. And his response was, all day I got to deal with parents. I'm like, whoa, relax. You know, like, if you got it, that's a personal problem. You know what I mean? You don't take all that frustration out on one parent when they ask a question. And from what I hear, he's snapping on everybody, other coaches, other parents. So I don't know. And something about me when it comes to that swim team, I back that swim team 100%. He wants to brag about, we had a record of new kids swimming this year. Do you know I'm the biggest recruiter for that swim team? Every year, anytime that swim team is there, I'm the one out there recruiting. There's at least 10 new swimmers this year on the team because of me, directly because of me, because I went and talked to those parents. Like, hey, there's some of my wrestlers. If your kid's not wrestling, they're going to do softball. Hey, put them in swim. Really, coach? Bam. They took the kids. Oh, my kids liked it. There you go. So, I mean, to snap at me, and I've literally done nothing. Haven't said a word to this man probably in 3 years. And to snap at me over a simple question, I don't know. I think it's time to hang up the hat and retire. Enjoy life. Why be that stressed? That's all I got to say on that subject. And that's not just this to anybody. If you work a job and your job is that stressful, is your health worth whatever that job is paying you? Because guess what? Like the memes are going around, like they say, that job will replace you in 3 days. You die and that job needs someone, guess what? They will replace you in a heartbeat. Next day, they're already interviewing for your position. So, I mean, if you're working at a job or you're volunteering somewhere and you're doing something and it's that stressful, you know what? It's time to hang it up or do something else. So that's all I'm going to say on that subject. Oh, today is also Juneteenth Day. I remember I was working at Liz Claiborne. It's got to be, I know it's 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000, something like that. And this is pre-internet. This is pre-smartphone. Internet was there, but we didn't, we use it for downloading music. So, but this is pre-smartphones. I didn't know nothing about Juneteenth. Honestly, I was never taught it in school. Never even heard of it. And I was working with this older black gentleman. We were good friends, and he could tell that, by us talking that I was pretty intelligent. And I remember it was June 19th, obviously, and he's like, "Aren't you gonna tell me Happy Juneteenth Day?" I was like, "What is that?" He goes, "You're kidding me." I was like, "No, what's that?" He was like, and he just kept, "I know you're messing with me." I was like, "I honestly have no idea." And then he told me, I go, "I didn't even know that was a thing." The Juneteenth celebrates the end of slavery. It's when the last slaves in Texas found out that they were free. Now, another interesting fact about Juneteenth Day, this came 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. So technically, the slaves were free when Abraham Lincoln gave that Emancipation Proclamation speech. But it didn't become official in Texas for 2.5 years later. Now, let me explain why, because I did a little bit of reading. Certain things had to happen. Certain wars, certain battles still had to be won. It wasn't just like, you're free. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff had to happen. Pretty much what's going on now. Biden made Juneteenth a federal holiday 2 years ago, but there's still over 20 states that don't celebrate it yet because they don't have the funding in their budget yet. They're trying to make it happen because you got to pay all the state workers. All the state workers that don't go that day got to get paid. It's a federal holiday. You get the pay. It's a paid holiday. But if a state doesn't have it in their budget, where are they going to get this money to pay the people? So it's pretty much like that. Juneteenth was a federal holiday 2 years ago, but a lot of states still don't even recognize it because they don't have the funding yet. So just a little interesting facts about Juneteenth Day, and today, June 19th, is that day. Oh, one other thing I want to bring up that pretty proud of myself. 7 days now with no soda. It's little milestones. Like I said, weight's starting to come off. And one of the big factors is I'm not drinking soda. I don't miss it. I'm drinking a lot more water. I'm drinking at least a gallon of water a day, so that's good. I need to, like I said, it's at that point now where I need a beer for my grandchildren, my kids. I got to see Corey graduate. That's the main thing. Got to help raise my baby granddaughter Cheyenne. Hi Cheyenne. Give a quick shout out to my grandkids in California. Mallory, Ethan, and my bonus grandson Adam. And when I was in California, I told my grandson Ethan, "You still listening to the Big Burn Show?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Every day?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, I'll give you a shout out on my show." So here's a shout out to my grandson Ethan out there in California listening to this show every day. He's a fan. I guess Friday I answered one of the questions way too early. One of the questions was, have you heard back from the board? What are they doing? It was something to that effect, and I answered, no, I haven't heard nothing. I don't even know what happens. I just talk. Well, it just so happened Friday evening, one of the board members came into my shop to talk to me. And we talked probably, at least a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And I guess my words are not falling on deaf ears. So that's a good thing that it is bringing up some chatter. The board members are talking. Some of the incidents I'm bringing up, the principal didn't even know. Not the principal, the superintendent didn't even know. So it's bringing up some chatter. I'm going to read my speech today that I gave at the last board meeting. Yeah. So we talked about a lot of different subjects, a lot of stuff. Why I'm disgruntled. Why I felt that I had to take this mission on. And he knows he's a good guy. I've known him for years. And like I told him, a lot of stuff I'm bringing up is not just me sometimes. I'm speaking as the voice of the people. There's a lot of people that just don't like the drama, don't want to get involved. But so they'll tell me the problems, and then if I can relate, I pass the problems on, or I pass the situation on. So like I said, so we talked. It's good to know that what I'm saying and what I'm doing is being looked at. Some of the incidents, some of the things are being looked at. So I could say, let's keep going. I'll give the date of the next school board. I want more people out there. They want to hear from more people, not just me. When it's just one person, it sounds like, oh, it's just this guy has a personal vendetta. But when it's other people, then they can see, oh, we have a problem. We have a problem here. If your kid's involved in bullying, if your kid's getting bullied, if they feel like they're not getting the proper stuff from the teachers, let's bring the problems to the school board. They are listening. So let's see. I pretty much went through every bullet point I wrote down. So I'm going to end this show with the speech I gave at the school board meeting on Tuesday. All right, so this is what I said at the school board. It was a short one because I found out about that meeting that day and I wrote it real quick. So it goes, "Good evening, board members. My name is Earl Andrade, and I have 2 kids that go to school here in the district. My speech today is simply about trust and verify. As parents, we have no choice but to put our trust in you. We trust that you guys will verify any and all concerns brought to your attentions. Verify the fact that you guys are about to put a few coaches on payroll, some coaches that I know for a fact still have the same job as last year, the same jobs that didn't allow them to attend many practices last year, yet still got a paycheck. Will someone be verifying coaches that are getting a paycheck and actually attending practices? Coaches that are either friends or married to our AD and superintendent? Verify the fact that a coach is about to be approved that already has a checkered past and has been fired from the school district before and or contract not renewed. The same coach wasn't even board approved yet on day 1 on the job, already broke the AIA code of ethics. I brought my concern to the AD about him calling the players sugar bitches, calling them sweet, and so on. Today I received an email stating the AD did an investigation and the words players thought they heard sugar bitches was actually sugar britches. Oh. Let me give you the definition of the term sugar britches. A man who is very feminine, a homosexual, a form of saying someone has sugar in the tank. You see, the AD did an investigation and made it clear in an email to me that this is perfectly acceptable because, after all, he said sugar britches, not sugar bitches, and during Pride Month to boot. No, I said, so what are my choices? Do I file a formal complaint with the school and the AIA for sexual harassment? As my son doesn't need to be told homophobic slurs during football practice, even though our AD thinks it's acceptable, per her investigation and per her email to me. Now, over the past couple of years, the wrestling team and the football team had to watch hours of videos and take tests regarding racial sensitivity. I know this because I personally had to watch them with both teams. We're talking over 4 hours total. We were told about zero tolerance when it came to using the N-word. On a recent trip with the football team, a certain player with a history of using racial remarks, especially with dropping the N-bomb, and I mean the N-bomb with the hard R, was using the word frequently that day as usual. The AD caught the player using the word and had a talk with him. In true Samuel fashion, zero tolerance meant nothing because that player was still allowed to participate in the day's festivities, the big man challenge. Her talks worked so well that later on in the day, he was caught using the N-word by an African-American gentleman, almost beat up in the men's room. All this while wearing a Samuel shirt. Point of this being that AD likes to say how people need training when, again, it's a fact that AD herself is the one in need of training. So in conclusion, I just want to state that we parents hope the position you guys have as board members are taken seriously. Are you blindly just accepting any position put in front of you, like coaches you're about to approve, or are you asking questions? Are you asking whether or not people are put in positions only because they are friends with the superintendent, or can they actually do the job? Thank you. So that's the speech I put together. And like I said, that one that was actually a good one because the superintendent wasn't even aware of certain incidents that happened, and now she is. So from what I hear, she wasn't too happy about it. So like I said, I'm gonna keep my little thing going. If I see something wrong, I have a meeting coming up with the new principal. I'm gonna voice my concerns to her of what I see. She was kind of happy that I do attend the board meetings, that I'm an active parent. I hear there's a new PTO that's coming. This is almost like the old PTA, Parent Teachers Association. This is probably Parent Teachers Organization. Get involved. If I find out more information, get involved, join it. I'll find out when the meetings are. Let's go. Let's try to do some good. So with that, I know this is a long show. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys have a good Monday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Burn one. Yo. Slow budget. Once again.